This is a single-shot episode, Woodstock 99, the day the music died. The original Woodstock in 1969 was touted and publicized as 3 days of peace and love. 30 years later, one of the event organizers, Michael Lang, joined with New Jersey concert promoter John Schur to celebrate the iconic anniversary by promoting a new concert under the banner the Woodstock 1999 Festival, otherwise known as Woodstock 99. This time the promoters let capitalism rule the day, wanting to make money, which they did not the first go-round. The festival lasted 4 days. Bands included Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, Metallica, and Limp Bizkit. The concert was available on pay-per-view. The event was held at a decommissioned military base in New York from July 22nd to July 25th. Whereas the original Woodstock featured a downpour that many festival goers ended up embracing, the weather during Woodstock 99 was the exact opposite. Temperatures hovered around and over 100 degrees. Bottles of water were available, but not for free. Water could be purchased for about $4 a bottle. That would be about $7 a bottle now with inflation. Griffiths was an unsuitable venue for a 4-day campout. It had a huge lot full of asphalt and unkept grass, and the two main stages were over 2 miles apart. Camping spaces across the grassy areas quickly became scarce by the middle of the first day, forcing numerous attendees to camp on the heated asphalt surfaces. Sanitation was lacking as well. Portable latrines, many which burst after a few hours because of overuse, flooded the place with human waste and stench. The free fountain water that people used to quench their thirst, shower, and brush their teeth became unsafe to drink. Not only was it undrinkable, but in many cases mere contact with it caused skin rashes or lip and gum infections. Organizers outsourced security to young adults from a nearby job agency. Most of these members, called the Peace Patrol, lacked any prior experience in security or law enforcement. Multiple security guards confiscated supplies from people entering the gates. Some confiscated alcohol, which they then drank themselves. Some of the crowd became unruly as the concerts proceeded. This included attacks on the bands that performed. Sheryl Crow reported that one audience member had thrown feces at her during her performance. A fan pelted the Offspring singer Dexter Holland with a beer bottle during that band's stint. And during Fatboy Slim's performance, a van drove onto the dance floor, forcing him to stop. Security discovered a half-naked and drugged teenage girl inside who exhibited obvious signs of having been gang-raped. The performance of Limp Bizkit is notorious, as singer Fred Durst incited the audience to, quote, break everything, and told them it's time to let yourself go right now, because there are no rules. Finally, the Red Hot Chili Peppers set on the last night created even more disturbance. The anti-gun violence organization PAX distributed candles, intending them to be lit for a candlelight vigil for the victims of the Columbine High School massacre. Local firefighting authorities had not been informed, however. The crowd lit the candles during the set, with some starting bonfires. Plywood and trash were used to fuel the fires, which had spread to both stages by the end. Organizers informed the audience that an audio tower had caught fire. A group of concert-goers climbed the base of the scaffolding, and the tower collapsed. During the song Fire, several fires actually broke out. Audience members destroyed the commercial tents, broke into cash registers, toppled sound towers, and tried to force their way onto the VIP area. Before the end of the final performance, large bonfires were burning, ATMs were tipped over and broken into, trailers full of merchandise, food, and equipment were forced open and burglarized, and numerous abandoned vendor booths or tents were turned over and set afire. Approximately $22,000 in total was robbed from ATMs. By 11:45 p.m., a large force of approximately 700 members of law enforcement arrived, most in riot control gear. At the end, 44 people were arrested. Over the course of the weekend, over 5,000 medical cases were reported. At least 5 rapes and numerous other sexual assaults and incidents of sexual harassment were officially filed, though it's believed that a far greater number of incidents occurred, though not reported. There were 3 deaths over the event. One of those deaths involved a man who had attended the original Woodstock. Afterwards, some tried to emphasize the overall good behavior of the crowd as opposed to those who were causing the damage. Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine wrote, "Hey man, leave the kids alone. I've had enough of the frenzied demonization of young people surrounding Woodstock 99. Maybe the crass commercialism of the event and the greedy exploitation of these youngsters caught up with the vendors and promoters. Or maybe it was just a good old-fashioned healthy riot. Lang and Schur both blamed each other and the audience, and lawsuits were filed for a variety of reasons. Later, 2 documentaries studied the event. Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage premiered on July 2021 on HBO. Netflix premiered a 3-part documentary titled Trainwreck, Woodstock 99 in August of 2022. Going forward, organizers for large concert events such as Coachella took the lessons from the failures of Woodstock 99 to prevent many of the issues that plagued that event. This included emphasizing an overall more comfortable concert environment. Coachella, by coincidence, also debuted in 1999 and is now a yearly event. If you like this video, subscribe, like, share, and we'll keep doing more.